What's up everybody, welcome to today's video where we're going to discuss how to build a clean blog grid using Divi. So as you can see here, we've jumped into WordPress in the admin and we're using WordPress 5.0.2 here, and it's in a basic clean installation. There's nothing else going on here. So we'll go into plugins. You can see we have 0 plugins, and go under appearance and themes, and you can see we've activated Divi. And then there's a 2019 theme. It's so fresh, in fact, that our permalinks are not even set up correctly. So it's set up to plain right now, and we're going to put it to post name just to make sure that we're using clean names. And so we're going to jump into the sample page here and walk you through the process of building a really clean, really simple, modern looking blog grid using Divi. So before we do that, we've got to create some blog posts. And you can see here we've got the Gutenberg theme, and we're just gonna use the basic WordPress setup. Test post 2, and use the default editor. And we're going to grab some more Ipsum text, just do a couple paragraphs, copy, paste it, and we're pretty good to go. We're going to publish this, publish it immediately. The one thing that we did not do is set a featured image, and because this is such a brand new installation, we actually don't even have any images set up yet. So we're going to go actually here, and we'll just drop a couple thumbnails from some old tutorials that we've done here on the channel. Select, update this post, and now this post has some sort of content going on. Hello world, we're going to do the exact same thing. We'll drop the featured image here, set a featured image. Let's go down and do something a little different. Open the custom Divi menu, upload this image, save, and we're going to update this. Let's actually drop a little bit of extra text here. Do a couple paragraphs and update. So this is awesome. If you go to the home page right now, we've got our posts, and that doesn't look so earth-shattering, right? There's nothing special going on here. But today what I want to show you is we're going to go into our pages and just edit a page. You could do this by adding a new and starting fresh, or you can edit a page that's currently there, and you can drop this at any place because we're going to be using the Divi module. So we'll use the existing content here, and there's not a lot going on. So we're going to delete that module, and we're going to add a new module, and we're looking for this blog module here. So we add it, and you can see, first and foremost, it's going pretty similar to what you just saw a second ago. And that's all controlled here on the Layout tab. So the very first thing we want to do is change full width to grid. So now they're side by side, and things are looking a little bit better already. But we want to get some real interactive pieces. We want to have some sort of micro interactions here. So the first thing I'd like to do is we want to go to this overlay and featured image overlay. And we can do whatever color we want here. We're going to keep things really, really simple. And we're going to use this basic color, and we're going to drop the opacity down just a bit. And that's on the icon color. Of course, that's a mistake. We're going to drop it on the overlay color, and the icon in this case, I might actually drop it and see what this looks like. It's a little bit dark. So this overlay color, maybe we drop it down a little bit more. So now it kind of fades things out. Maybe we go white with it. Go back to black. So let's kick the opacity back up just a little bit, and we can go back to the icon, and then we can actually switch the icon. So we can do this, we can go down, I really like the magnifying glass for this. It's really indicative of the fact that you're gonna see more when you click on this. So that gets the overlay looking really nice, and that's good. So we can go to the text next, and we can play with the orientation. I really like it centered. The title text, you want this to stand out. So let's say we go ultra bold. And we're already making some pretty good progress, right? We're making things look a little bit different. Doing this here, and we can actually switch it so we can see what this text looks like on different devices. Still looks really good across all those devices. So we can leave that text just like that. We can spread it out if we want. I think that's good for the title text. Now the body text, this is key, especially on different device sizes. On a desktop, 14 is not bad, 14 or 15. As you get smaller on the screen, I actually like to go up on the body text and have it around 16, just so it's really easy to read on the smaller device. That's just kind of a personal preference. You definitely don't have to go that way, but it's what I like to do. And alright, so let's go to border next. I actually want the border to show up a little bit more. So we can do different things with this. You can change the color. We can hide the color completely. In this case, I want to hide the color of the border. But what I want to do is give it a radius. So this will put the edges there, and then we'll drop a box shadow around the whole thing. That's kind of offset the image here, so I think we'll go back up here and actually take the border all the way back down. So now we've got the radius, but no actual border. So this looks okay. The box shadow is all right. I personally like to blur things out a little bit more. And the spread doesn't have to be too strong, but the blur can be strong. I really like this look. I really like this look. And the other thing is you can change the default state. So the hover is this. If we wanted, we could take the default state all the way down, or maybe it's just barely a shadow. And then when we go to the hover, we can make it stand out a little bit more. So now we've got this look when we're regular, and then we default to this. I think it looks really cool, and it's definitely going to make those pop. So let's save our work, and then we're going to exit the visual builder so we're on the front end and see what it looks like. See, so these only highlight, like all of them are going to highlight when you come over this. Not a big fan of that look. So let's jump back into the design. The box shadow we're going to get rid of because, well, the hover box shadow we're going to get rid of. Don't like the look of that. Don't think it works very well. But what we can do here is continue to tweak this, whether this is the spread, the vertical position, and the blur. So now that they stand out quite a bit, and we'll continue to tweak this. Excuse me. I think this looks pretty good. We've got the content the way we want it. We're showing, you can manage the posts here if you want certain categories. Love having the featured image. Love having, not necessarily the author. We'll take that out. We'll leave the date. We'll leave the category. That looks very, very clean. And pagination, don't want to show that. We'll just have them all listed. So this is a very super clean look so far. There's some things we can do via custom CSS. So this title, we want to have Looks pretty cool, right? So maybe we shrink this up just a little bit. Padding bottom maybe goes to 10. Nope, that stays at 20. Margin bottom maybe goes to 10. Shrink that in. Looks pretty cool, right? I think it looks excellent. I think it looks actually really, really good. So now we've got what I think is a really cool modern look, and we can change this overlay because I'm not really super excited about that dark color. So let's take this down just a bit. And you can do this, you know, whatever color you want to do that matches what you're working with. It matches the color scheme of your brand. You can overlay this. It's really completely up to you, but this look, you know, it gives you something really clean, really nice. And we're going to include the CSS in the blog post, so you can copy this, you can use it on your own. And the link to the blog post is going to be, if you're listening to this or watching this on YouTube, it's going to be down in the description. If you're on Keegan Lanier Media, it's going to be listed below here in the code box, to where you can copy it and utilize it straight from there. So if you're on YouTube, again, link back to the original blog post, copy the code, and you can use it there. Either way, we're interested to see exactly how you utilize this, and if you tweak it to use in your own website, we'd love to see it. So if you're on YouTube, leave a comment below. Make sure you like the video if this is helpful. And if you're on Keegan Lanier Media, we'd love to see your comments below, linking us to your website so we can check it out and interact with you. And just you know, get some ideas, and hopefully we can help you help us and create this amazing community around these tutorials that we're doing. So we really, really appreciate you being here. We'd love for you to hit the thumbs up on this video on YouTube. That way other people who might be able to get some value from this will find this video and be able to continue to grow our really, really cool Divi community that we have here. And yeah, we just appreciate you being here. We can't wait to see you in the next video. We'll be back next week with another great tutorial that we hope will bring you as much value as this one has, and it's going to be on how to exclude certain items from searches on your WordPress website. So we'll see you next week. Until then, have an awesome one.